So with this transition. So should we talk about the 411?
Yes. So as you know, we have this segment called 411, which is where we talk about hot topics and when we show, where we also show sneak peek for what's coming on the base game patch. And just as a reminder, we will have a recap on Friday on our blog and on our forums. So let's start with hot topics. So first of all, the mobility petition. So we want you to know that we took note of the petition, and we want to say thank you for everyone who's always reaching out to the Sims and giving us pointers on what to do to make this game better. Because as you can see, Nadia, I, and the rest of the team, we're super passionate about what we do, and we all want the Sims to be like the best game out there for many years to come. So mobility items are like at the top of our minds. As you know, we have a roadmap, and we have been including different things like the addition of skin tones, the Asian facial features, updated black hairs, and we're currently doing research on gender-neutral language with pronouns. So representation remains like the core pillar of The Sims, and that's helping us guide our roadmaps on what we want to deliver for free for the base game in the future. And mobility items are at the top of our minds. So thank you so much for creating this petition, because we hear you.
Yeah, and thank you so much for your continued feedback every release, every time you have the chance. I know I usually add that in the patch notes that I write, but I really mean it. Thank you. So the next item is Sims Delivery Express. But what is that? It's a freezer bunny on a box. Well, not quite. So whenever you see this freezer bunny, you just know it's good news. Is it though? But it is.
So
You just got a Sims delivery, and it stops. All right. So Sims Delivery Express, but for short, we're gonna call it SDX. It will be a system that will deliver free content to your base game as a complementary and a little bit more spontaneous sibling than our regular game update. So what does that mean is basically you won't need to patch like a full patch as we usually do to get content with the system. So that is actually super cool, and hopefully it is a seamless companion to our game updates. So, but what is a Sims delivery, and why is it called, and why do they need an express? So basically, a sim delivery could be a build mode asset or a create a sim asset. It could be a clothing, a hair, an accessory, or a combination of those. It could be something in build mode or a couple of things in build mode. It could be tiny little fixes that don't need a base game update to apply to your game. Something not complex. So we can potentially, get them into your game that way. So there is and in the future we hope to expand this to a little bit more robust. But for now, we're gonna stick to a little bit of this, just for so we hope you enjoy every Sims delivery that we will approach in the future. So whenever Sims deliveries are out, to get a Sims delivery, all you need to do is launch your game as per usual, and the game will check to see if there's new content available. So you don't even have to, do much to know what's going on. So if there's content available, you download it and you restart the game after the load is completed, and you can totally enjoy it in your game. So it's seamless in that way. So a little bit of facts about this system. XDX will be available on PC, Mac, PlayStation, and Xbox, so basically every platform that The Sims 4 is in. And the next Inside Maxes, though, we're going to have you a real peek on this system because it is coming up not in the next game update, but in the future one. In a future one. So it's not like right now. No. So another fact is like this content will be free for all players. That means yes, it's not paid content. And this content should not negatively impact mods or CC content. So basically, they should not be disabled when this content comes about downloaded into your game. So, and with these notes, I want to make sure that you guys know what it doesn't do, because it does a lot of things, but also we will tell you what it doesn't do is major bug fixes, like giant like updates, that is not what is happening. Like we're not releasing worlds or anything big content in that nature. Like we're not gonna, release an expansion pack via this system. No, that's not. That's not what it's for. So, or major change the gameplay or UI. That is also not with the system. So, just a sister companion to the base game update, pretty much. As a note, and you can start doing this now, console players, you will need to link your console account to EA account to be able to experience and use SDX. So I suggest you start doing that now, just so you have that done. And another note is that every Sims delivery, either previously downloaded or not downloaded by you guys, will be included in a future game update after. Except if there's limited content. But we will try to incorporate those in a future game update. So that way, if you missed it or something happens, you have it. As you guys know, we want you to know. As you guys know, our team is always innovating and exploring new forms of gameplay for a global community because that is important to us. So with this system of Sims Delivery Express, we are super excited to continue bringing these types of content to you guys for base game and beyond. And we have so much going on and so much planned for the Sims 4. So just keep an eye out for our updates, our base game updates, because stuff is happening.
Yes.
So Salo, how do you take us to the next?
Yeah, so another question that we've heard a lot is, do you have plans to refresh any other expansion or game packs? So it is so exciting that you guys really enjoyed the Spa Day refresh. I know that I love the trailer. Everyone loved the trailer. I feel like it's one of the best ones we've had. The music especially was pretty good. And we've seen that people have really enjoyed the content that we added also to this game pack. But the only thing that we can say for now is that even though we love transparency, right now we're gonna just keep it a secret. So you have to wait and see if we have anything coming in the future. So we cannot say much about this for
now. Yeah, we. Salo, I'm looking at you. So another question that we get asked a lot is why does the sim release content from packs into the base game? Like, why do we, transfer them over? And we have heard feedback that there are hairs currently gated behind DLC or pack that offer more in representation that does include it with the base game. So we want to make sure that they're available for everybody. We love creating packs that offer cohesive and immersing themes and experiences, but we're also committed to ensuring access to our full catalog of character elements that are for representation purposes, so to speak. We want to make sure that everybody has a chance to represent themselves in game with us, so that is one reason that we do that. We're continuing to research and select a small number of hairstyles from previously released packs. We will be adding to the game for the benefit for all the simmers in the future. Like, it is something that we're balancing out, but expect to have more of that soon. And
before we go to the sneak peek, we have some quick housekeeping that we need to do. So the window that we feature on the Industrial Loft Kit marketing image will be available to everyone in the base game at the end of November. So we wanted to say thank you for your patience, and we can't wait to see what you create with this new window.
So stay tuned for our date around November. Just take a look at that.
And it will be part of the base game.
It will be part of the base game. We're to make sure that they know.
Yes. And okay, we can move on to the sneak peek. So we will see what will come to the base game with the next patch update. And for that, we have Simbrew Duck joining us.
Hello, Duck.
Hi, everyone. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to talk about what we've been working on lately today. Thanks for having me on the stream.
Oh, thank you for coming.
All right. So for everyone that's checked out the roadmap recently, I want to take a look at that first before we dive right into the feature. You may have seen that we had free updates listed here on the menu. And today, specifically right here, right now, I'm going to introduce you to a free update that will unlock new ways to play. So here we go. In the next base game update, we're going to be adding a new feature called scenarios to the Sims 4 base game. What are scenarios? Well, these are a new way to play The Sims. We'll be providing players with different situations to work towards an outcome. There's going to be different outcomes for many different scenarios, and it'll be up to you to figure out how you want to achieve those outcomes. That's right, I said outcomes, plural. There's going to be more than one way to complete a scenario. Just like in real life, you never know how the story will go, and how you get there is completely up to you. So in this next patch update that we have coming out for you next week, you will be seeing 2 brand new scenarios at launch. Those scenarios are called Making Money and Finding Love After a Breakup. Making Money places your sim in a situation where they have 0 simoleons in their bank account. And to complete the scenario, you have to work your way all the way up to 1 million simoleons. How you get there is completely up to you, and you could choose the noble route to work your way through hard work, pull yourself up, or you could even get 1 million simoleons in, other ways, cheating, stealing, things that you would never ever do in real life. So it's really up to you how you want to get to your goal. So next up, why don't we walk through the actual feature in game? Once you've downloaded the updates to the patch to the base game, you will be greeted by this handy dandy shiny new scenario button here on the main menu. To access the scenarios, click on it, and you'll see this wonderful pop-up here labeled challenge scenarios. So these first batch of scenarios that we're releasing have a bit of a challenging element to them, so we're labeling these as challenge scenarios for the time being. So as you can see, we've got Making Money here and Finding Love After a Breakup for our first launch scenarios. Today I'm going to walk you through Making Money. To access the scenario, you click on the View button, and then you'll see the description here. So it'll tell you a little bit about what you're getting yourself into. Please remember, for Making Money, though, your household funds will be set to 0 after you've moved into a lot, so be careful. You'll also be able to see any household requirements that may be present for this scenario. As you can see for this one, there's nothing listed, so there's no requirements for this one. And then you'll see some potential outcomes. There are some ones that are hidden too, but these are some of the ones that you'll be able to pursue. As you can see at the bottom, you'll have the option to start from a new save or start with an existing save. As a note, though, at launch, you will only be able to start a new scenario from a brand new household. Now, this is something we're aware of, and we're working to include in a future update to this feature as we move forward. So let's start in a new save today, and it'll bring you right into Create a Sims. You'll notice in the Create a Sims screen, it looks pretty familiar, except for we've got this nice little menu up here on the upper right that will tell you if there are any household requirements to start the scenario. So for Making Money, there's no requirements here, but for other scenarios, you will see maybe add 2 adult Sims, add 3 child Sims, and that'll all show up here, and it'll let you know if you've met the requirements before it allows you to proceed. So for this scenario, you can start thinking about how you want to play from the very beginning. So we're doing a scenario that has to do with getting a lot of money and being very wealthy. So I'm going to just choose some random names here. And then my aspiration, I'm going to choose Fortune because I really want to get there quickly. And I'll choose Fabulously Wealthy. So for my traits, I'm going to go with Genius. Try and choose maybe the rocket science profession here. Then on traits, other traits, I'm going to choose, let's choose Perfectionist. That sounds pretty good. And then for the last one here, let's go for Self-Assured. All right, once we're in here, we're ready to go. We've double-checked there's no missing requirements met. We can go into the world selection screen. Now from here on out, there's no real big changes for this update. So you'll be able to select a lot. And let's go with Daisy Hovel right here. As a note here, we will allow you to select between furnished, unfurnished, and bulldoze lot. But remember, for making money, your household simoleons will be set to 0 the second you start this scenario. So if you choose unfurnished or bulldoze lot, you could have a very difficult challenge up ahead. For today, though, why don't we just choose a furnished lot and dive right in. All right. We are now in live mode with our scenario started. You'll see this wonderful notification TNS up in the upper right-hand corner here that will tell you that you started a new scenario. We've also added a lesson here at the top of live mode that you can go through and read a little bit more about scenarios. If you'll notice this one note here, more types of scenarios will be added over time. That's right, we will be adding more scenarios after launch. Some of them will be available all time and some of them will be available for a limited time. So be sure to check out the game in the scenarios screen to see when new ones become available. All right, once you've entered this point in live mode, it's basically up to you to figure out your destiny, how you're going to reach your goal that you're working towards. A couple of other additions here. Up in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see one of your outcomes that you're working towards. Have 1 million simoleons here. And then it's going to be up to you to play around a bit, choose a career, go to work, work really hard at it, or maybe choose other ways to get to 1 million simoleons. And yeah, it's up to you basically to choose your destiny here. Once you've completed a scenario and you've achieved one of the outcomes that we showed at the beginning, you'll actually be rewarded with satisfaction points. So you've got a nice little celebration moment, and it'll also show you that some satisfaction points have been deposited into your reward store that you can access from the aspirations down here. So once you've completed it, your reward points will show up here, and you'll be able to choose from anything in the reward store. All right, so that's about it for the walkthrough here. Again, like I said, we're going to be adding more over time, and some new limited time scenarios that will be coming out shortly after lunch are titled Too Many Toddlers and Perfectly Well-Rounded. So be on the lookout for those in the game as we add more. So I'm sure there are many questions that come to your mind that I've not answered today. So be sure to check out the Sims 411 recap blog post on Friday, and you'll find everything that I've talked about here and some more additional info in the FAQ. So with that being said, thank you so much, and I hope that you'll have a lot of fun with scenarios coming to the next base game with the next patch. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for going through that. Bye.
Bye.
What do you think about Scenario Solo?
I'm excited. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Beyond Breakup one that he said.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe we can play a little bit of Bachelorette over here.
Oh
Who knows? I don't know, but we'll see. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. Besides, what happened? Oops.
You know.
I don't know. Something happened. Okay. We have a technical difficulty. Stay tuned. And let's do the music, like technical difficulty music. All right.
Well, since we're fixing this, just we wanted to give you a reminder that the Sims 411 recap will be available and on the Sims 411 blog, and this will be on Friday.
Yep. So stay tuned for the blog, and just they will have all the information there in case you missed it or in case you want to find out more about what we're speaking about today. Again, music. I was joking earlier that I would burn some sage.
Oh my god. You didn't.
I probably should have. That's totally fine. All right.
I wonder if we could show the next thing that we were planning to show.
Probably. I don't know. Could we? It's okay. Yeah, let's do that. So in a future game update, we have a small stumble my words. As mentioned earlier, over time, we'll select a small number of hairstyles from previously released packs and add them to the base game for the benefit of all simmers and representation. We're happy to share that this cute, absolutely amazing toddler style will be available for everybody in the base game on the next pack. So, it's Salo. What do you think?
I'm so excited. So I was I don't know, a year ago or before, and I can't remember what time since the pandemic, but I remember when we're looking at all the hairs and all the treatment for different hairs, this one was one of the best ones that we had in terms of like African American hair. And you can see like the hairline has a lot of detail that we really liked. So I'm glad that we can now provide this hair to everyone.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Oh, we're back! Our faces! Yay! Thank you for our technical lead helping us in this transition. So Salo, one word to describe it. What do you think?
So I think it's gonna be sweet or cute or adorable. What do you mean?
I mean, it's pretty adorable.
Yeah.
I mean, that is totally fine. So without much ado, that's it today, and it kind of looks weird with all the technical glitches, but thank you so much for joining us today for Inside Maxes. I'm glad you guys stuck around even with the weirdness, but I'm happy you guys stuck around. So
Yeah. Please let us know what you like the most about this live stream.
please let us know. Yes. As you know, on Twitter, Simguru Salo is Simguru Salo. I am Simguru Ruski as Simguru Ruski. So feel free to let us know what you guys thought of the stream and what you like the most. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.